Hello and welcome back to Nodes. If you haven't seen my first couple episodes of this game, I'll give the standard disclaimer that this game was released in 2022 and it was abandoned shortly thereafter. It's still a lot of fun, but it has a little bit of bugs. It has some quality of life features missing, but it's still a pretty decent game. It's $6 US, so it's not terribly expensive, and I've had a lot of fun with it, so it is what it is. Take it for what it's worth. We're going to jump right back into it. We have this tech tree here we're working through. We only have this section left to unlock. We are going to come over to this side and continue working on these here. So this is the third level. This is going to be called Cloth Shoulders level 3, but it's actually going to be called something different in the unlock menu. I think if we just type in shoulders, it's Yeti fur shoulders. So let's put one of those down and see what it okay, so the Yeti fur shoulders require yarn, leather, and dyed fur. Yarn is just right here. It's just grass and into yarn, so that's pretty easy. We're going to have to duplicate this whole production chain to get the leather going. We probably have enough here to export to the other ones, but I'm just going to make a new one just to keep it simple. So let's grab grass, put that down here. This is where you could really use copy and paste. Let's upgrade this to level 91, export 400 of, or wow, 4,000. That's a little too much. Switch it to 100, let's export 400 of them. Let's go to the deer. Put the deer down. Let's export this up to the deer. Let's upgrade this a couple times. It's level 81. We'll just export 400 of those. We're making 6,254 every 6.6 seconds. So exporting 400 is not a big deal. We can just click on this backpack, put the rest of them in our backpack. That's how we unlock stuff on the tech tree. And we got to grab this one here. This is deer pelt, which is this one here. Put that up there. That's just going to come up to here. We're going to export a couple hundred of these. 400's good. Now we need to do this whole production chain. Okay, there we go. We have this line duplicated. Just this silver line here. So that's this line here. This is making ancient dirt, which is turning into silver ore, which is turning into silver ingots, which turns it into the silver plating, which we are using this anvil over here as both for this one and this one because it's producing plenty. This is only using 71 every 6 seconds, and this is making 6,000 every 9 seconds, so plenty of supply there. But that gets us the leather. Now let's dig into what dyed fur is. So dyed fur, let's just go up here, let's just work it backwards. Let's do dyed fur. Dyed fur is right here. This requires regular fur and blue dye. So let's do regular fur first. Can't spell today. That just requires deer. So we can grab deer. So that requires deer. Yep, so this just requires grass. Let's put down some grass. That's grass, that's dyed fur, and then we need blue dye, which I believe is glossroot. Let's just do blue dye here. This is blue dye over here. This needs glossroot. And glossroot just needs grass. Grass here. So let's get this organized, put together here, that this one goes up to here. We're going to make this one max out to level 91. We're going to export 500 on this one. I think it requires quite a bit. Let's grab this up to, we're already -5 here. So we're in 40 short, so let's grab the grass here. Goes up to 700. We're still 14 short. So this uses quite a bit of grass. Let's go up to 1,600. That gives us quite a surplus. Let's upgrade this. 81. Upgrade that so we have plenty of grass coming in now. Export this to 400. Send that up to the blue dye. Upgrade this a couple times. So that's level 81. It needs 324 every 6 seconds. We're easily making that. We'll just kind of get this organized here in a minute. Let's just get it all connected. So now we just need to arrange this a little bit. It's going to be a little chaotic because we're going to need 3 of them. I think what we'll do is we'll move this down here. Let's move this one down to here. I think we'll do this one vertical. So we got to make sure this is exporting 4,000, which is probably way overkill. That's exporting 4,000, and this is going to be, I don't know, we'll do 3,000 on this one just to see. So we can hook all these up. And we'll just have to go through and upgrade these. We'll get level 1, speed it along to get to level, we need 3 to do the first upgrade. Then we can change it to times 10. We're making 154 now. So this only requires a lot of yarn. I think we'll go up to like 200 yarn, maybe 250. Let's go up one more. So that's 250 yarn. So we'll see how much yarn we're producing. It's going to be basically this times 8. So we're going to be basically 500 yarn per node. But we're just going to get it going. So let's do the next one. So I'm just going to work my web list now. We're going to do pants. Yeti fur pants are right here. Let's move these up a little bit. And it's going to be the same 3 ingredients. So let's just export this to here. This one over to here. And this one up to here. And we'll basically do the same thing for each one of these. We'll change this to 1. Hold it down on the button here so that it speeds us along to get up to the first upgrade, which is 5. Put that in storage, upgrade it. Change it to 10 now. We're making 154 per cycle. And we'll basically do this till we get, this is 88 first, so we're going to have to watch the fur here. 32 is good enough for now. So I'll go through and do the rest of these real quick. Alright, there's all 8 of them. I think there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So what I basically do is just click on this dyed fur here. We're exporting 375 every 7.4 seconds. So 375. So I can just click on each one of these and see. Okay, this one uses 84. This one uses 155, so we're good there. This one uses 123. This one uses 217, so we're pretty good on all these. Basically, you can just go through the list and do it. Like, you can check yarn. Yarn, we're exporting 500 every 6 seconds, so I'm pretty sure we're good on all those. This one requires 96. This one requires 210, so we're good. I think we're probably shipping in way too many resources, but it's good enough. No sense making it perfect. It's not going to get you anything. So let's go down to the next one. Let's grab the... Actually, let's go back. Let's check our milestones. We've been unlocking a lot of nodes, so we do have a new milestone, 120% bonus for unlocking 200 nodes. Let's go ahead and grab that one. This next one, 250, we'll probably never get to because I think the nodes are bugged out. Because we already done 230 here, even though it says we just hit 200. So let's grab this one here. This is cloth shoulders. Didn't we just do that? Cloth shoulders. Yeah, so what is this? Level 4. Level 4 cloth shoulders are actually mystic shoulders. So let's put one of these down. Let's take a look at it. We need leather, so we'll probably work on some of this existing leather line again. And we need the magic rune. What is the magic rune? Let's zoom out here. Let's go down to our craziness down here and see if we can find the magic rune and see what's involved in it. I'm guessing it's something like this. This one right here. Magic rune. So it's not too bad. We're going to have to recreate this line here. It's quite a bit of stuff. But I wish we could just copy and paste it. That would be ideal. But we can't. So let's go up here. And let's start the magic rune. So that's that one. We'll see if we can work off this existing leather. If not, I will copy another one over here. This is exporting 500 every 6 seconds. This is only using 100. 64, 168. We could probably copy this one, like we could probably pull lines off this one all the way over to here, but it's going to be quite messy if we do that. Let's get these hooked up first. This is just the standard. Upgrade them to them. We could probably start using the max button, I don't know. Might be a little bit easier. Move this over to here. I don't know, I think we'll just do this for now for simplicity's sake. And this will go up to here. And we can just unlock all of them. So we're going to buy this one, which is the pants. Pants. We're going to grab the, let's just unlock them all. This is helmet. So we can grab all of those. They should be in order on the list here, starting with the helmet. And then we need the gloves, followed by the chest, followed by the bracers, followed by the boots, and finally the belt. So we can just hook all these up here. I think it should be plenty. Check that, we're not close on anything right now. So let's go here now, we'll just go through and level these up real quick. We'll hit the ×1 button, we'll put this in storage, we'll upgrade it. Alright, those are all up to level around 30, some we got up to level 40. So it's pretty good. We can take a look at the last one on the tech tree on that section. It looks like it's quite a bit more involved. Can lock this one. This is the shoulders. That is demigod shoulders. Let's put that down. Looks like it has a whole bunch of stuff that's needed in here. So it's going to be leather. We're going to have to do a leather chain. We're going to have to do pure gemstone. Like, I think this one we're going to have to pull from down below because these are quite advanced materials. Like, let's check out demonic scroll and legendary plating. Let's come down here to the mess. Here is legendary plating, so that is requires all these ingredients. So we would have to make all of these. I couldn't even tell you, there's a lot though, because this requires all 4 of these. This one requires all 3 of these. So it's quite a chain if we try to do this. We're already sending this to one node. Maybe we'll just use this one and make them super slow. I think that's probably what we'll do. Because where's the demonic scroll? This is it right here. So that one's not too bad. We could probably recreate that one. I think we're just going to pull stuff off from here and make it even bigger mess than it already is. There's the leather. I think we're going to just hook this up to get it going. I think we're close to the end of this game, so I'm just going to do it. Like, if you value organization and order, stop watching this because this is going to get ugly. But this is going to be leather down to here. Then we're going to need these 3 items here. We're just going to pull these from down here. So we need this one up to here. It's this one, right? No, legendary plating, we need this one. Up to there, we need We need this gemstone right here. That goes up to here. And we need this one here. This goes up to here. So this is going to get messy because we have 8 of these to do. So we're going to go down here. We're just going to click on this one. We're going to do, it's exporting, we're going to do like 1,000. So export 1,000 of those. We're going to do, we'll do 1,000 of these as well. And I guess we'll do 1,000 of the scroll, which is down here. That'll get that going. So this should actually be operating now, I think. We're just going to do 1 level upgrades on this, I think. I put those in storage, upgrade that. We'll go up to 10. So we'll just do that in storage and upgrade that. We're just going to do level 12. So we're going to go through and do each one of these. It's going to be a mess. We're going to grab this. So that doesn't look as bad as I thought it would, but it's still kind of chaos down here. But we got it done. Next up, I'm going to work on these. These are going to be chaos because materials come from everywhere. But we can't get to this one until we unlock this one, which means we need to unlock all of these. So looking at the tech tree, we have 248 of 275 unlocked. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 is 20, 24, 25, 26 left. It looks like 25 because I just unlocked this one. So 25 items left to unlock. If we check the milestones, we have 217 of 250, so the most we can unlock is 25 more. So my guess here is it's not counting the booster nodes in the tool nodes unlocked. So unfortunately, waiting to prestige did not pay off. We're not going to be able to get these 2 milestones because I don't think we're going to be able to unlock enough nodes. But we'll continue through it anyway because we've gone this far, we might as well keep going. This is the new item here, Beginner's Cookbook. It requires an anvil, rune scroll, and a blue die. So we'll get that stuff up and running, and I'll kind of quickly go through this stuff here so we can get to these last items here. Okay, here's a setup for the Beginner's Cookbook. To note, this is level 32 only, and it already requires 3,000 blue die and 1,600 rune scrolls. So I had to create 2 production chains for that because the rune scrolls also require blue die. So this one right here is level 81. It's pumping out 6,800 per cycle, over which half of those are going. I didn't mean to do that. We want to go down to 3,000. So over about half of that's going up to the Beginner's Cookbook up here. So it's getting quite complicated. This would be where prestige comes in handy. Like this would be outputting a lot more if we would have prestige by now. Like we can check our prestige bonus. Like keep in mind I have not prestiged at all yet, so I got through almost the entire tech tree without prestiging. But this would be a 35,000% increase compared to what we're currently at, which is only 500%. So it would be quite a bonus. But we're going to work through it just because we're so close to finishing. So I'm going to go through and do the rest of these and come back and show you what a mess I made. Something to note too, as we unlock these on here, you want to be very careful. Like this one just says weapon spellbook number 2, but if you go into it, it's actually spells for Pleeps volume 1, so it's very hard to find in this list here. Like the new ones show up automatically even if you have a filter, so that's how I find them. Because if you clear the filter and you type in spellbook or even book, it doesn't come up, so it'd be really hard to find what you unlocked. So because the names don't match up on the tech tree. So just keep that in mind, once you unlock it, put it down right away so you can tell what it is. Okay, for this set here, this is all looks like shields. We made these down here. These are all just right here. This is the first one. It just requires an anvil and wood. Wood is right here, simple enough to make. And I used the anvil I'm using the anvil to make the books on the first set of 4. So this is going to 8 different nodes. It's only sending 87 per node, but most of them don't use more than this. This uses only 32 anvils, so it's not too bad. Then the next shield up is this one here. This requires the anvil, wood, and iron ingots. So I just used the wood from here to go to this one and this one. And then I made a separate thing of iron ingots here. Nothing too crazy there. And then we went to this third shield. This third shield requires the anvil, ilmenite, iron, and silver. So here is the silver ingot. This is the ilmenite ingot. And this is, I just used the iron for this one and this one here. And then the last one is a little bit more complicated. It uses this polished ilmenite as well as the demonic scroll. The demonic scroll I pulled from way down here off the original factory that we did. So there's quite a mess down here. There's stuff going everywhere. Is what it is. This is the Insanity Shield, and it's using the polished ilmenite here, which uses all this stuff here, this ilmenite ingot and this grindstone, which I had to make over again. I really probably could have pulled it from down below, but I figured we'd make it anyway. So next up is this one here, but we're going to set the filter real quick. Okay, so we already got a filter set, so let's go to the tech tree to unlock this one. This is a weapon wand, but it's actually a discount staff. Put that down here. This requires another anvil, but I think we'll just take this one. It's probably, each one's probably going to require the anvil as well. We're making 6,800 here. We're only exporting 700, so we could easily double this to 1,400, and then we could easily, spread this out to more of them, so we can grab this one over to here. It's going to get a little messy because it's going everywhere, but then we need yarn and this pearl. Okay, so I grabbed the pearl from down below. This is the yarn right here. So it's being made there. We can grab the second one now. Second one is this one. We only have this row to go, so it's not too bad. We're getting close. This is Weapon Wand 2, which is actually the Great Oak Magic Staff. I'll put that down. That requires a lot of items already. Polished ilmenite, we can probably grab that from this one here. Grab that over there. We can just grab, set this to export higher. It's already exporting 1,800, but let's grab it up to, let's do 3,000. Do 3,200. Then we'll grab the anvil from here to there. Then we got to just grab these other two. So I'll just finish this out real quick, and then we'll come back when we're right here doing this set. Okay, so we've got down to the last nodes here. This looks like a whole bunch of boss nodes. This is the boss snake. I'm making all of these. The exception to it is this one right here, which is this one right here. This requires 120,000 pure gemstones, so I probably can't build a production. I mean, I guess I could, but it would take forever to build a production chain big enough to make these in a big enough quantity to make this craft happen, because it takes 120,000 right now. It's been going for like 10 minutes, and I've only got 10,000, so it's going to take forever to get one of them done. So we'll have to see if that becomes a bottleneck. We might have to prestige to get this one done, because we can go down and look at it, but it basically, it's down here somewhere in this madness. It's all the way up here, so the fact that it's this high means it requires all this stuff down here to be made. So you can click on it. It requires this and this. This one is the hard one because it requires, it's right here. It requires these two items. This item requires all four of these items, and it just snowballs. This one requires these items, so it'd be a crazy production chain to recreate. So I'm going to try to do it without it, but we'll see if it becomes a bottleneck. Let's hit down, let's grab the boss snake that costs 1,400 of these, which is this one right here. So I'm guessing this next one is going to require this one. This one's probably going to require this one, but we'll see. That's just my guess. Let's put it down. Boss snake, put him up there. So he requires this and demigod belt. So we can just grab this one. Let's move him over here because so that goes up to here. We can really just export a couple of them. We're not making them very fast. We do have 8,000 in storage. So that's this one. Then we need this demigod belt, which I believe is being made over here somewhere. Right here. Just export 5 of these. We're making 1,000, but we'll see. Let's just get this going. That is there. So we can put that in storage, upgrade that. That makes 181, so we're just going to do it. See how that goes. Let's put those in storage. This requires 5 of that, which we already have 1,267. Let's unlock the boss bird. This we can unlock already because it requires these items that we're already making. So that's just a booster node. This is the boss bird. Boss bird, I'm guessing, goes over here. Covers 1,400 snakes. There we go. Let's see if he requires this one. So he just requires snakes. That's interesting. Put him up here. We'll export 1. We'll do 3. Why not? That's 3 every 6 seconds. Get this going. Upgrade that. That now makes 181. You can see right here, 181 every 6 seconds. Looks like it's going to keep up. Let's put this in storage. What does this require? We can unlock that one. That unlocks the dragon. We can unlock this one. This requires the pure gemstones, which we're already making. We just looked at those. So this is almost to the last node here, which looks like, I believe it's a cup of coffee. It's pretty funny. Let's get the dragon done. The dragon probably requires the bird. 2,500 birds. So we're going to have to wait a minute to get that one done. We're making 100. Alright, so that should give us enough to buy the dragon. There's the dragon. We'll put him up here. Oh, he requires a lot of stuff, so he requires the bird. Can put that into there. Let's just export. I guess we'll do 3 of them. This needs Philosopher's Scroll, which is down here somewhere. It's right here. Let's grab this. Take it up to here. We got a crazy mess going on. Goes up to there. That is everything for the dragon. However, it's going to take a while to get this because this is 30,000. We're only exporting 550 at a time, so that's going to take some time. However, it looks like we can unlock the last node here. Coffee. Pretty awesome. Let's see if we can put coffee down. Coffee just requires 5,000 grass, which we have plenty of. It requires grass and a beginner's cookbook. Grass we can just throw down here. Grass, just throw this down here. Upgrade this a whole bunch of times. And then the beginner's cookbook is being made somewhere over here, right here. So this needs 20 cookbooks. This is exporting 100, so we got plenty. So we can split this up to the other node. And that is coffee being made. So that is all the nodes unlocked. Wait till the save sign disappears. 273 of 275 nodes unlocked. That is all the nodes. There's nothing left to unlock. And we can check our milestones. This is what I was after, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to get to it, right? It shows that we only have like 240. So my guess is the booster nodes aren't being counted. So we're not going to get these 2 milestones ever. But we could probably prestige and start working on some of these other ones. Like this requires 1 million or 1 billion resources sent. We're only maybe halfway there. Alright, so we can zoom out and take a look at the board here. We have all of the nodes unlocked. It is quite a mess. There's stuff everywhere. So there's the entire board. Quite a bit of nodes everywhere. You can take a look at the grass nodes real quick before I think we're going to go ahead and prestige and just see what difference it would make. I'm assuming we're going to get tons of stuff now. Grass up to level 91. That gives us 8,798 per cycle. So if we were to prestige, we can see what that gets. So basically 8,800. 8,800 grass per level 91 node. Alright, so we've unlocked all the nodes. There's really nothing else we could do. We can prestige and see how big a difference it's going to make. It's probably going to make a huge difference. We should have done it a long time ago. But I've spent so much time on this, I almost hate to do it. There's so much work in here. But let's try it out. So this prestige bonus should be some crazy amount of number here. This is 65,000 compared to the 500% that we're at. So it should be a ginormous bonus. We can check this one as well. This is gain from milestones. Gain from unlock nodes, 2,229. Gain from prestige is what we're going to get, I think. Let's go ahead and do it, see what happens. Prestige, so that is done. Starts us off with a level 50 grass. We can put this in storage and upgrade it to level 91. Grass nodes down to speed it up to collect some resources. Now we can upgrade this to level 91, and we are making, you can see we've already maxed out our storage. The number's too big for it to tell us how many are in storage. But we are making 67,964 per cycle instead of 8,800, so nearly 60,000 more per cycle. That's every 8 seconds we're making 60,000 more. So it would be quite easy to expand from here on out, make bigger quantities of stuff. We can take a look at the prestige page here. This right here will gain 100. This says 115,443. But if you go to this one here, it says we're getting 1,154%. So a huge bonus compared to what we were before. The milestones looks like they have some of them have resets. This one looks like it stayed the same. 804 nodes purchased. But this one says total nodes unlocked 2 of 250. But if we look at the tech tree is fully unlocked. And we can see that I can go in here and I can already build the dragon, I think. Yeah, I mean I don't have the birds for it, but I do have it accessible, so it's unlocked. And we can check this. This unlock node 0%, so that's not going to go any higher now. We've unlocked all the nodes. We've gotten the bonus. We prestiged, so it is, I guess it's permanently built into the total now. I'm not really sure. It looks like prestige is definitely broken, but it does generate a whole bunch more resources. Like we can see in this one we're exporting 30,000 and it's only level 41. And you know I can export thousands at a time now easily. I can export 4,000. And it's not even just a super small percentage of the 30,000, which means I can make pine cones super fast. And I can level this up pretty quickly, already up to 62, generating 46,000 per cycle. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.